shootout in Northeast Baltimore today sent 2 officers to the hospital with gunshot wounds. The suspect was shot and killed. The officers are recovering tonight. We have live team coverage of this story tonight. WMAR 2 News' Ray Strickland standing by in the neighborhood where the shooting went down. But first, let's go to Eddie Kadam, who is live outside of Shock Trauma with the latest on how the officers are doing tonight. Eddie?
Yeah, Jamie and Kelly, just in the last few minutes, our affiliate in Philadelphia, the ABC station there, able to confirm through sources the name of the shooter as Michael Marullo, 33 years old, of Scranton, Pennsylvania. Police here in Baltimore have not identified the man who was shot, who was killed as of yet. Now, to the officers who were at Shock Trauma, one of them still at Shock Trauma right now. The Baltimore City officer, the one who was shot in the leg, he was released about 7:30 tonight. Crowd of officers around him as he was released, and then the officer who was shot in the stomach, that's the Baltimore County officer, went through some emergency surgery at Shock Trauma here and is still here tonight.
A joint task force of police from state, local, and federal agencies forced into a gunfight while serving a warrant in Northeast Baltimore.
At that time, our worst fears became a reality when shots were fired and 2 officers were hit.
The suspect that was killed in the exchange had recently worked in law enforcement.
It's a former state corrections official who had been under investigation, who left his job, and who then had a warrant outstanding for attempted murder in Pennsylvania last night, and who came back to Baltimore and then was involved in the shooting today.
The officers rushed to Shock Trauma, where brothers and sisters in blue from dozens of agencies all showed up to show their support.
We would just ask that you please keep their families and these officers in your prayers tonight. And, we had the opportunity to visit with both of the officers, and we're able to speak with both of them and see both of their families. So they could all use our support right now, so please just keep them in their prayers.
This is a dangerous job, but the men and women of Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and all of our state and federal agencies, we wake up every day and we go do it for the people of the city we live in.
The governor says the city's violence is so out of control that a task force with state and federal officers was needed.
This was a perfect example of that joint task force executing warrants on violent criminals. Unfortunately, it turned into a fairly tragic situation with wounded police officers, but this was an example of all those agencies working together to go after a really bad guy.
We're not expecting another update on the officer who's still in Shock Trauma right now, but the last update that we got was that the condition of the officer is stable right now, not in serious condition, and did get out of surgery. We will continue to work to get updates on not only the officer's conditions, but what happened with the suspect, what led up to all of this, and much more following up on Good Morning Maryland. For now, live at Shock Trauma, Eddie Kadam, WMAR 2 News.